The National Assembly today voted down contentious bills that have been vetoed by the acting president. These include a special investigation bill related to former President Yoon Suk Yeol's declaration of martial law. Our correspondent Shin Ha-young reports.
The political standoff between rival parties over contentious bills continues in the National Assembly ahead of the early presidential election. The National Assembly on Thursday voted down a Democratic Party-led bill calling for a special investigation into former President Yoon Suk Yeol's declaration of martial law last December and the related insurrection charges. In an anonymous vote, of the total 299 votes cast, 197 voted for the bill and 102 voted against. The bill was vetoed in January by then acting President Choi Sang-mok and sent back to the parliament for a revote. For a bill already vetoed to pass, it requires approval from 2/3 or more of the lawmakers present, in addition to a majority attendance. During Thursday's plenary session, the Assembly also voted down a bill that had been sent back for a revote, which called for a special probe into a political broker called 명태균. The DP in February unilaterally passed a bill seeking to investigate allegations of election fraud involving former President Yoon, former First Lady Kim Gun-hee, and Myung. Ahead of the session, the rival parties issued sharp messages over the bills up for a revote.
It's time for the PPP to break ties with Yoon Suk Yeol, who was removed from office. If they oppose the special investigation again, it will clearly show they're siding with insurrection and acting against the Constitution.
These are populist and unjust bills that the DP pushed through without sufficient public consensus or regard for national interests and people's livelihoods, just to strengthen its political position.
The parliament also rejected a Commercial Act amendment which was vetoed by acting President Han Duk-soo earlier this month. The bill sought to revise the Commercial Act to add the word shareholders to the director's duties from just company in efforts to tackle the so-called Korea discount. Meanwhile, driven by the DP, the Assembly passed a motion to fast-track a bill introducing a special act aimed at boosting the domestic semiconductor industry. The People Power Party wants to introduce a special act that would provide chip companies an exemption from the current labor law so that employees in the sector can work for more than the current limit of 52 hours per week. On the other hand, the DP wants to exclude this special exemption and instead lay out other means to support the industry. At maximum, fast-track bills can take up to 330 days to pass, including going through reviews by the Standing and Judiciary Committees, followed by a final vote at a plenary session. Shin Ha-young, Arirang News.